A very good morning. You're watching NDTV 24/7. Let's start with our latest and our breaking news coming in at the moment. And this is in regard to the violation of the ceasefire along the line of control. Joining us, of course, is Shiv Arur, who's joining us as well. From Kashmir, we also have Nazir Masoodi joining us. And of course, from the, in order to know about the Wagha-Atari border, we have Gurpreet, who will be joining us as well. Of course, this is in regard to the violation that's taken place. These are unprovoked small arm firing that has been reported across the line of control, with the Indian troops reportedly having to respond, and they have responded effectively, Radhika.
That's right. And also, as a result of this, there have been multiple meetings taking place. We believe that Defence Minister NSA is all set to brief Prime Minister as well. Let's go straight across to Shiv on this. Shiv, of course, we know for a fact that Chief of Defence Staff met Union Defence Minister yesterday. There was a meeting that was held yesterday. Now, of course, Defence Minister, we believe, will be briefing Prime Minister as well.
That is correct. We are hearing that Defence Minister Rajnath Singh will be meeting the Prime Minister. This is, of course, by no means a routine meeting in the context of what the military is involved with right now in the aftermath of the Pahalgam massacre. We are now 5 days away from that terror attack, and there is a huge air of anticipation definitely here in Kashmir over what India's next step will be. Now, Defence Minister Rajnath Singh, remember, has already been briefed by the Chief of Defence Staff. The Chief of Defence Staff, in turn, has been briefed by the 3 service chiefs. There have been separate huddles which have obviously not come out in public, where information of a classified nature has been on the table and discussed by the senior leaders of the security establishment. Today's meeting between Rajnath Singh and the Prime Minister will be a key part of the overall security and preparedness review that the country's political leadership is currently conducting. Remember, there are 2 directive principles on which all of this is happening, and it's important to understand the context of that. The Prime Minister, on 2 occasions, first during a political speech in Bihar and then during his Mann Ki Baat speech yesterday, had made it clear that India's actions are going to be decisive. He used unmistakable words like, destroying terror forever, pursuing terror till the ends of the world. And that has provided a great degree of clarity as far as what comes next. Whether India's response, military or otherwise, already has a shape or form is something that is only a matter of speculation for most of us. But what we can say is that when Rajnath Singh meets Prime Minister Modi, all of this will be on the table.
Right, of course, Shiv, also take us through, the violation when it's come to the ceasefire agreement along the line of control. And, we're seeing this is the 4th consecutive night where violation has taken place. Take us through, what really is happening across the border.
Well, targeted firing by Pakistan Army posts across at least 27 posts in different parts of the line of control have been reported last night. As you said, it was the 4th night of these ceasefire violations. There is a visible escalation, both in terms of intensity. The Pakistan Army posts are still, firing unprovoked. They're using, medium machine guns, light machine guns, and small arms, that kind of thing. No artillery or mortars being used just yet. But the pattern of these ceasefires clearly shows that there is a day-by-day escalation. What started as unprovoked fire, sort of speculative fire, is now targeted posts, which means, rounds are hitting Indian Army posts, and Indian Army posts are, of course, responding in equal measure. So far, there is no information about casualties on the Pakistani side, none on the Indian side, thankfully. But as the caliber of the weapons prospectively increases in the days ahead, and there's every chance it could, you might actually see, loss of lives on either side. Hopefully not on the Indian side. Obviously a great deal of misinformation and fog of war on the Pakistani side across the board, especially considering that these ceasefire violations are being seen as a kind of curtain to draw the shade over many other problems that the Pakistan Army is facing right now.
Absolutely. In fact, stay on with us, Shiv. We also have other reporters, but the deadline for Pakistani nationals to leave India has ended. Centre has revoked their visas, and over 500 have already exited via Attari. For more on this, we're joined by Gurpreet. Gurpreet, as you've been pointing out, Pakistan nationals have been exiting India post the order. Strict warnings have been given. What have you been witnessing at the border, one? And take us through the strict orders that have been given by the central government. And, do we have the numbers as to how many have left the country so far and how many are, how many are pending? Because we know that medical visas, there have been some sort of leeway that has been given for people with medical visas.
Well, if we can talk about a lot of development which has been happening at Attari Wagah border. What we have seen, the Indian government has taken a very, very firm stand against Pakistan, and they have already given a clear-cut ultimatum to all Pakistani nationals to leave the country immediately after this Pahalgam terror attack. We have seen a huge number of Pakistani nationals. They had reached at Attari Wagah border for the last 2-3 days continuously because they are supposed to leave the country immediately. What we have learned, the Home Minister has already held a meeting with all the Chief Minister, giving clear-cut direction. If any Pakistan national stays in their state, he should be immediately vacate the country. What we have learned from Pakistani national when we were interacting with them, they were saying local police and local authority are also asking them to leave the country immediately. And if we can talk about how many Pakistani national, they have already left the country from Attari Wagah border. What we have learned from immigration official, around 530 one people, Pakistani national, they have already left the country through this Attari Wagah border. We have seen the multiple changes had been made at Attari Wagah border. We have seen even this beating retreat ceremony has already been scaled on. The idea and the core reason behind taking such a strict action against Pakistan national to give a very, very strong message to Pakistan that has been very visually seen at the Attari Wagah border. Back to studio.